We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt. And how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had an amazing week, and you're gonna have an amazing week this week as well. And yeah, I think it's so funny how like you make intros and they just naturally come to you. Like, I feel like I say that every week, but it's not something that is rehearsed. It's like I naturally say it. So yeah, I think that's kind of dope. But yeah, I do hope you guys had an amazing week. My week was, just all over the place. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't all over the place, but I was just feeling kind of low this week, and I don't know why. Like, I couldn't really pinpoint it, and it was annoying. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Like, I just want to feel normal. Like, I want to be a normal girl. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just super annoyed this week, so I just feel like I got to get back into the routine of the things that I usually do, and just, like, I feel like I kind of like fell off with just like a lot of the things that I used to do to just keep myself constantly like, what's the word? I don't know, going happy, I guess. So I was just having like a really dull week. It was so weird. But I'm feeling better, so I'm happy about that. And did I do anything unique this week? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I don't recall. No, I didn't. So that's cool because I need some rest, but I want to start going out more. It's getting nice. Like the other day was hot. I had to get the ACs installed because Femi, he don't know how to put the ACs in. He put the AC in wrong last summer. And child, every time it rained, water was coming in the house. It was the weirdest thing. It was too much. But we only got one AC installed. We got to get the other one in our room installed. And child, I'm just looking at my room. It's AC in here, a box in here. It's a long story, child. We had got us a task rabbit and child. This is why I be stressed the fuck out, okay? So we got window guards in our window because in New York City, technically only if you have kids under 13, I think, in your house, or 12, one of them. You have to have window guards in your window, so we usually got the window guards. We're like, let's just get these shits in now or whatever. But we put it in a window that we kind of want to put the AC in now, so now be able to get that window guard taken out and put that window guard in the other window or whatever the case may be. So that sucks or whatever the case may be. So yeah, so we wasn't able to put the AC in our room in. It's not that hot in New York City right now. FYI, I'm just trying to be ahead of the game. Because one thing about me, I'm not interested in being hot. Like, when I'm hot, I can't breathe. So, and we've been having, like, little cute 80-degree days. I mean, it's been bearable. But I know how the weather is so fluctuated. Like, randomly, for all we know, next week it might be 95. Okay? This weather is insane. So, I just want to be prepared. Or whatever the case may be. So, that's what I kind of been up to. Remember, last week my eye was twitching. It stopped, so I don't know. Maybe it was allergies. I don't know what it was, but I'm just happy it stopped. Honestly, that happens to me like every 2 years. I swear to everything I love. And I know that it eventually stops, but it's just really, really annoying when it happens. And I just didn't like that. I didn't think that was cute. That wasn't serving the girls. Like, it wasn't serving the girls. So, yeah. What else? What else is going on this week? So, this week is going to be a free flow episode. I decided that today. I was like, I just want to talk about certain topics. Oh, and let's talk about prior topics, okay? So, I've been putting up like clips from Britt Says the podcast. So I usually pick, the topics that I talk about. Like if I talk about a topic, I try to just pick that part of the episode, like most people do, or a hot button topic. Child. I thought the Stop Asian Hate one was annoying. Child, it's the Kevin Samuels on the JVP pod. First of all, I thought Kevin Samuels fans were just women, like regular, like black women who just like dating advice. That was my initial thought. Because when you go and if you ever just took the courage to watch a Kevin Samuels episode on YouTube, black women call in. You even know, you call clips. I'm like, oh, that's his demographic. I assumed. Come to find out, you know, it's the black man with no fucking money, who's not a high value man, that just loves to bring black women down, is his demographic. So my comics section is just flooded with that type of guy, and I hate that type of guy. You know those type of guys that just want to bash women so bad you think they might like men. Like, so I'm like, Lord, what did I bring over to Britt Says YouTube channel? What did I do? What did I do? Why did I do it? And then the thing with me is I got time. You feel me? I be having time. I got too much time. So I'm finna argue with your ass. You feel me? So basically his fan base, stay woke. If they don't got their facts together, Kevin Samuels probably don't got his facts together either. So they in my comments like, oh yeah, but he would kill you with stats and statistics. So then I got into an argument with one of them because he was like, oh, black women make $23,000 a year while the black man is making $42,000. That was a lie. Bodied him with stats and statistics and cited all my sources. Like, they're just giving me like a headache over there. And I'm just like, cause I really hate that type of guy. Like, I remember I discovered that type of man. This is back when like natural hair was that girl on YouTube. So I guess that the algorithm felt like, okay, if she likes natural hair, she's black as fuck, she'll like to hear black men talk about black women. So I remember I ran into a video and it was like that type of guy just saying like, oh, black women ruined the black man. If you think about it, most black men are raised by black women. So they the ones who made them who they are today. And I'm just like, my nigga, how you holding me accountable? Because I'm a single mother and the father didn't want to be in the kid's life. That's obviously heavily impacting, you know, why not, you know, our sons, you know, not always, I don't even like saying that, but you know that that the son might be troubled or might be having, I don't know, anxiety, stress, and just can't cope in school or whatever. Like, you're going to put all that blame on a single black mother? That doesn't even make logical sense. So that type of group of men that say stupid shit like that is a Kevin Samuels fan. So y'all black women that be calling in to Kevin Samuels, you're embarrassing yourself. Even though it doesn't matter of what anybody's opinion of you, you know, if you want to call in, that's on you. But yeah, they over there just being annoying. Who else? I put up something last week. Oh, the Ma'Khia Bryant story. Some girl like, it's not it's you are. Suck my dick respectfully. First I was like, oh, thank you for the fix. But I didn't fix the thumbnail because I was not making a new thumbnail. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not making a new thumbnail. I'll fix the title, but I'm not fixing the thumbnail. That's just on per. Not to be annoying, not to be a nag, but you didn't fix it in the thumbnail. And then I said, you are a nag. And I spelled it the way she wanted it. Like, but I asked for this, right? I put my opinion online, and that's what happens. You put your opinion online, you leave room for commentary. So I'm just like, people just so annoying. And I got time. Like I said, you know, my videos don't get that much views and that much comments. So I have time to respond. If I was getting mad comments or whatever, I probably would respond to all the comments because I don't got that much time. You feel me? But yeah, the Britt Says clips is a whole party going on over there, child. I can't. But yeah, so that was it wasn't driving me crazy. It was just funny. Or whatever the case may be. And it's just a whirlwind with the pod. What else? So what happened this week, this week basically? What's something interesting I saw? So I found it kind of cute and interesting, random. It feels random, but it's not. But that Tyrese, the singer, he's problematic too. This episode is giving Kevin Samuels energy because all of his little friends is in the pod today. But Tyrese, when he shaved his girl little coochie, I thought that was cute. let's talk about shaving, first of all. So I know the girls are not shaving these days. Everybody's into waxing. I don't wax. I've never even had a wax down there ever, or wax in general. Not that I'm opposed to it, but I know that most people who get waxed, number one, waxing is way more expensive. Like, I think it's $50 to wax. And your coochie hair grow kind of fast, you feel me? And I just feel like a razor could do the job. You feel me? But the reason why I have never waxed is, one, not only because I think it's expensive, because I mean, it's something that's cool to try. But most girls I know, once they try it once, like I was like, oh, I want to try it once, you get addicted to it. And I don't want to get addicted to it. So most people I know that got waxed, they get waxed. Like, it's no turning back type shit. But I think waxing it seems fun. Hear me, it seems fun. I don't see nothing wrong with a razor though. Like, people like, oh, you get razor bumps. I don't really get razor bumps. I don't actually. Like, I think when you shave too much, like if you're a chronic shaver, you probably get razor bumps. I'm prone to it. But these shavers these days, like, don't get the cheapy razors. Like, get you a Venus Gillette. Like, these shavers are so advanced that, you know, you really, like, I don't remember the last time I cut myself with a razor. Like, sometimes when I shave my underarms, I do cut my underarms. But the cooch, no, never. Like, I don't remember the last time cutting myself with a razor. Because these razors are so good. So, I don't know. But they also say it doesn't grow back as fast and stuff. So, I don't know. For me, too, like, with shaving, let's get into the let's talk weirdo stuff, right? I think when I think about shaving, I shave. What is this becoming? What is this becoming today? So anyway, do y'all shave all of it off, or like do y'all leave like a landing strip? Do y'all keep it like a little bit here or there? Oh yes, let's talk sex. Let's talk feminine hygiene. For me, people be laughing at me because I like to keep mine completely bald. And I know some girls is like, I don't make my vagina bald because it makes me feel like I'm a little kid. I'm just like, whoa, it's getting really weird now. But let's talk about growing up. I remember like the first time, like back when I was growing up, like pubic hair, it used to be so long. Like, I actually missed that shit. Like, I'm about to grow my shit out respectfully. Like, I remember it was so long. Like, you remember, like, it not long, like, it had length on it. Like, it probably was like, this is like my braiding hair. It probably was like, okay, that's a little too long. It probably was like about this long. For y'all streaming, go watch Britt Says to see the length of my pubic hair on YouTube. And while you're at it, make sure you subscribe. But it was about this length, but only in like the middle area. Shout out to the bed listen. So I used to like playing with it. I used to like putting the soap on it, moisturizing it, conditioning it when I was younger. But at some point I was like especially, oh my gosh, it's getting there. But this is a Britt Says the podcast. Like man up. When you get your period and stuff, you don't want to see no, stuff in your coochie hairs. Like, I just feel like it was just unhygienic. Even as I, like, when I started getting, like, girly. And so I would trim it or whatever. And I actually miss having long-ass pubic hair. Like, for real. It did used to be a little bit much. Like I said, with the period. And then, like, sometimes it get tangled. And I got cute coochie hair. My shit was like 3C. My shit looked like it was relaxed. But anyway, I would trim it. That's how I started. Like, I used to just trim it. I used to make sure it's straight. I used to groom it very nicely. It was serving the girls. And I used to use scissors and trim it. And then eventually I was like, you should shave. Like, you should start shaving. But I wasn't sexually active, so I didn't shave a lot. Like, I didn't feel like it was deemed necessary. Like, why? The only reason I would shave was for hygienic purposes. And I actually just like it. Like, as I'm talking about it, I kind of miss having long ass pubic hair, and it's really pushing me to grow my shit. I wonder how Femi would feel if I was to just dead ass just not give a fuck and just have a hairy ass coochie. I'm gonna bring that to his attention today. Imagine me. I'm gonna be like, I'm growing my coochie hair out, period. My pubic hair, I'm growing it out. What's up? And I want to see where his head is at. I'll probably update y'all or whatever. But, because I kind of missed that shit. It's just very nostalgic. But yeah, I like it bald, completely bald. Yes, here for the sex talk. I would give y'all sex talk more often, but I just feel like majority of the people who listen is family. Like, well, I think, based off analytics, that's not particularly true. But yeah, and I want them my business. If y'all give me some more views, if y'all tell y'all aunties, y'all uncles, and y'all cousins, y'all get a little sex talk, because we can talk. But anyway, moving on. So, yeah, I'm thinking like, I might grow my shit back out, baby. But I do like your balls, and a lot of my friends laugh at me for that. Like, people do the landish. Like, I feel like if you do the landish strip, you being mad creative, you think you're a barber, like, you're just doing a lot. Like, you really be putting a little triangle right there? I'm gonna try that too. I'm doing different shit with my pubic hair. It's a new year, new me. now I want to do different shit with my pubic hair. Stop. When does it stop? When does it stop? But yeah, I'm gonna start doing different shit with my pubic hair. But I did think it was sexy when he shaved her vagina. Like, I know a lot of people was like, well, what was the reason? Or like why they filmed it, which is true. I think it was a little weird that they like put it on camera, but I thought it was cute. Like me, I'm the type of person, like, I groom my man grooms me. Like, he'll massage my feet if I really, really want my feet massaged, on my back. He a little aggressive with the back. Like, you know, man, their hands is kind of heavy, but he's good, really good when it comes to feet. I've done my man toes. Yes, I have done femmy toes. I love doing that, actually. Some people think those things is weird, but when I do it, I find it fun. And Femi doesn't have nasty feet. The thing why I did his toes is that he doesn't get them cut. So at night, his toenails used to cut me. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna do his toes. And I had fun. I put some like warm water with some like, what type of soap was it? I don't remember. Some soap, not like dishwasher soap or something. And then I had these like foot spa things that I had bought from Forever 21 a while back. Because I used to have my own foot issues because I used to work in retail and stand on my feet. So I had 2 of them left over. I put on his feet. Then I trimmed his toes. That was cute. I thought it was cute. So I'm very, very groomy. Like, I'm really that girl. Like, I'm really like that. Like, I could get, like, I'm very clingy in a relationship. Do you guys get clingy or, like, I feel like in my own personal life, like with friends and family, I'm not really affectionate, like over. No, I probably not. I wouldn't say I am affectionate, but like in my relationship, I'm really, really affectionate and like really, really clingy. Like, I'm really like I will like take your spirit and your soul. Like, I be licking Femi like a dog. Like, I'm really like that. Like, I be dead licking him. I be doing his toes. I be just all over him, like, and he be like, Brittany, let me breathe. Let me breathe. I'm really like that, though. I'm really, really like that. So I don't mind doing like certain stuff. I don't get too kinky, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do booty play, none of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, but like, I'm very, like, I'll clean your toes, I'll shave your arms. If he wanted me to cut his hair, I would cut. I'm about to ask him if he wants me to start cutting his hair, because I like doing stuff, DIY, you feel me? I'll probably done Zeke that man shit. He be walking around with a bald spot, child. But I'm really into that. Like, I'm really like that. I really serve the girls. And I'm gonna ask him too. One, so let's step back. One, I want to grow my shit out. When I'm ready to cut it, I want him to cut it for me. I'm gonna ask him, like, are you gonna shave my coochie for me? And I'm telling him right now, I'm growing my shit out, period. Respectfully, my shit is gonna be bushy. We're here for the bushes. Y'all don't do bushes? It's a market for that too, right? Like men who really like a bushy vagina. I'm about to be on that wave. This would be the perfect clip for like a poll on Instagram, but I'm out of control, but I ain't that out of control. But this would deadass be a good Q&A. It really would. I'm just saying. But Yeah, I was here for Tyrese doing that for his girl. I thought it was sexy. I thought it was cute. I love all that type of stuff. Like, just doing extra readable about it stuff. Like, I'm into that. I'm big into that. I'm into that. I'm big into that. But yeah, so what else happened this week? So everybody saw, you know, the Jocelyn and Wendy Williams debacle. And I felt like, okay, yes, Wendy, sometimes she can get a little sassy. But also, like, all right, so if you haven't watched the clip, basically what happened in the clip was, I guess, like, Jocelyn came in there ready to on her rah-rah-rah. And what basically happened, Jocelyn was promoting her show, Jocelyn's Cabaret, and she said that her show was the number one show in the country. So then Wendy Williams was like, it's not the number one show in the country, it's the number one show on Zeus. And let's be honest, your show is not the number one show in the country. So how you gonna get mad at Wendy Williams? And maybe Wendy Williams just likes to tell spread truthful information, because people don't like spreading false, you know, information on their platform sometimes. Like, I try to be like that. I can only try, but some people really don't like promoting false information on their platform. Maybe that's what Wendy was doing. I don't know if she was being shady or she just didn't want to promote false information on her platform. But after that, Jocelyn was like, no, my show's the number one country per. And that's what's killing me is like, it's real funny for you to be so confident in yourself and just be like, no, like I said, my show was the number one show in the country. Like, I think that's mad funny, but Wendy was like, no, honey, it's not. And then she was like, I don't like how, you know, you bring black women, young black women on your show, and you always disrespect them. Like, give us our flowers while we're here. And I'm like, okay, sometimes when you do be like, coming for like, I feel like she come for any guest on her show, though. Like, if she has to or if she wants to, she would, whether they black or white. I really do feel like that. But then Wendy Williams threw flowers at her. I thought that shit was funny. Like, and you gotta think, like, she thought that shit on the spot. Like, you want your flowers? Here, take your flowers. And I also don't like, too, like, that's all y'all think. Like, every time y'all get mad at Wendy, y'all want to say that's why your nigga cheated on you and your nigga be cheating on you constantly. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's y'all thing now? That's going to be y'all new line? Wasn't you battling with drugs? Wasn't your nigga just cheating on you? Like, y'all, like, that shit is traumatic and y'all just be bringing that shit up. But I guess, you know, Wendy, you know, she got to be built for that type of stuff. But I felt like somebody made a good point too. Like, one of the Twitter comments I saw was like, "What? Nobody brings Jocelyn on their show. Like, Wendy Williams' talk show is a big talk show. You know what I'm saying? And Wendy Williams brings Jocelyn on there. You would rarely see Jocelyn. You think they would bring Jocelyn on the Ellen Show, on Jimmy Fallon, on I don't fucking know. What's these top shows? The View, bitch. Like, maybe even The Talk, they wouldn't bring her ass up there. They probably bring her on The Real, and maybe even still, they might not even bring her ass up there. So, a lot of people, would they even, The Breakfast Club be taking people, The Breakfast Club be taking anybody sometimes these days, but some of these shows, like, don't even give some of these women a platform that, give them the platform to even speak or promote their shit. Like Wendy. Like, you gonna see Jocelyn on smaller radio stations, smaller platforms, bitch. Jocelyn probably come on Britt says, bitch. Like, Wendy really giving you the platform. So, either way you feel like she disrespected you, she still gave you her platform. And Wendy don't have to do that. Because Wendy's show is, I don't think it's at its peak right now. I think it definitely fell off with everything that went on. But it's still a big platform. It is. And it's a broad platform. And it touches a lot of different demographics, I should say. Like, people from different countries, you know, white, black, Asian, Indian, all that. So, you go on her show, you can expose yourself to a broader audience. And Wendy Williams, they be bringing mediocre people on her big-ass platform sometimes. And I would consider Jocelyn mediocre. I said what I said, like, respectfully, like, and so for her to say you do this for certain, like, even a lot of people she brought on the show, you never, would you put Jocelyn on Fox or some shit? Like, come on, stop with this shit. Like, so I just felt like Jocelyn had a point, Wendy Williams had a point, but ultimately Jocelyn was doing too much. I didn't feel like all Wendy said was your show is not the number one show in the country. And it's not. So, I don't know. Like, that's just that on that. Like, that's just how I felt. You know, watching it, I was just like, but it's not though. You know what I'm saying? Like, your shit is not number one in the country. And that was just my opinion on that situation that took place this week. Was just so DJ Khaled came up with an album, Boom Bam Boom, and Cardi B was on the record, and her song is called Big Paper. And so I saw on the Shade Room, she said that she wrote the verse by herself in 48 hours, or wrote the song by herself in 48 hours, or whatever the case would be. And then people was like, oh yeah, we could tell that shit was trash, blah, boom, boom. I felt like this. I thought it went hard. Like, I genuinely liked that song, Big Paper. People said she couldn't carry the beat. I feel like in terms of her carrying the beat, she was probably 0.5 seconds, like, type shit. But I felt like the chorus go hard, the hook, the bars. Okay, let's talk about that. The bars weren't nothing to go home about. It wasn't nothing like, yes, like all these crazy metaphors and all this stuff. But I kind of enjoyed the simplicity of the rap, but still, like, she was like coming for your neck. Like, that type shit. Like, I guess what people want is, like, those metaphoric lyrics that you could put in your Instagram caption or whatever the case may be. But I felt like her lyricism on the beat was very straightforward. I thought it went hard. I thought it was just giving me... like, I'm trying to think of what it was giving. Like, it was just giving, like, she was just rapping. Like, you know how, like, you be freestyling, like... But people who freestyle, some people are, like, obviously, like, battle rappers. They could freestyle and give you fucking metaphors and all that for freestyle and stuff like that. But it was giving me freestyle flow, simple, straight to the point. And honestly, look, let's talk about it. I felt like rap used to be like that back in the day. And some of these artists that would give that flow that Cardi B was giving on Big Paper, y'all be calling them goats. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get a lot of people probably was just saying they didn't like the Cardi B record because a lot of people don't like Cardi B for, you know, a variety of reasons, you know, just who I'm not sure. I know because she problematic as fuck. She always she always like feel like she gotta speak on something, you know, she a little ratchet, she a little ghetto, she a little hood. And people act like they like ghetto ratchet hood, but not when it's too raw and authentic. Some people just can't handle it. So, yeah. But, like I said, I felt like it went hard. I thought the song was dope. People said her lyrics wasn't there. They could tell she wrote the shit. And I'm just like, whatever. I felt like it's a dope record. I fuck with the record, period. The Khaled album in general was okay for me. Seems very rushed. Like, even like the Big Paper record, like, it doesn't sound cleaned up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something about it sounds very raw. Maybe that's what they wanted, because I know how some people are into that. But I heard most of the album, not all of it, but from what I heard, it was just, I don't know. It wasn't serving the girls. It's not a music pod, you know, but this episode is about virtually everything today. So, yeah. And I feel like, too, let's talk about female lyricism and rap. All right, so everybody is always just like, oh, these female rappers, they not serving the girls, bring Nicki back. And I'm one of the biggest Nicki fans. Like, we could talk Nicki Minaj. Like, Nicki Minaj is one of the top 5 rappers, period. Like, not just with women, just in general. 2, I feel like Nicki Minaj is, I would say, responsible for making hip-hop what it is today and just making it more mainstream and making it so historical than what it was before. I really feel like that. Like, I really feel like, all right, oh my God. You know, when I sit back, it's about to be a hefty conversation. But, I felt like a lot of people gave Nicki Minaj flack when she was doing her poppy songs like Super Bass. What was that other track she did? I really didn't like that one. I love Super Bass. I thought Super Bass went hard. But she did this other one. Fuck. And it had will.i.am in it. She did a few pop records. But all I remember is when I saw that little white girl on Ellen singing Super Bass, I said, wow, this is becoming too much. Because it's like, she kind of took a L in hip hop. Because not musically. Because Super Bass did mad numbers. That album did amazing. Pink Friday. Like, she took an L for hip hop in order for hip hop to become such a broad genre. I really feel like that. Because around the time when Nicki was out, number one, women in general make everything, I think, more broader. Especially something like hip hop. Because sometimes, let's be honest, any other race that's not black, sometimes they can't resonate with the hood blackness. Does that make sense? Like hip hop, you get the baggy jeans or the over extravagant fashion and the grills and the gun talk and the drug talk and all that, right? So a lot of times, whatever. If y'all find this problematic, kiss my black ass. A lot of times, other cultures cannot resonate with that. What Nicki Minaj did as a woman, she kind of made it seem like hip hop, I wouldn't say could be relatable, but it could still be something you enjoy, whether you relate or not. That's what she did. So when she put out Super Bass, whether you felt Super Bass was pop, she still was rapping on that record. So people who may have never heard rap heard Super Bass and they're like, what is she doing on this song? She's rhyming and she's rapping and what is this? And for me, I know too, if I hear something new or different, it makes me want to, expand on that genre. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Nicki Minaj really helped make hip hop what it is today. I really feel like that. Like, some people don't like that, like, oh, we sharing rap with white folk or whatever the case may be, but she kind of really made it mainstream for me. But back to female lyricism, everybody's like, oh, all women talk about is fucking and popping they pussy and scamming niggas and what else? Fucking, popping they pussy, scamming niggas. Yeah, that's really it. And shaking your ass, which is popping your pussy too at the same time. But I feel like a lot of us complain about, oh, female rappers, all they do is talk about popping their pussy and doing this and doing that. But like, if a female rapper was to come up here and talk about some political shit, would you listen? Or even like lovey-dovey shit, would you listen? I feel like the last rapper to really do that was Lauryn Hill. Like this is the thing. I feel like I was dead thinking about this. I swear to everything I love. Like, I was dead thinking about this in the car the other day. Something about Lauryn Hill, she was so authentic. I feel like you gotta be about that life. Like, these rappers that's coming out, they're not about that life. So y'all can't expect that from them. Like, can you expect, in some ways, no, I can't, I'm sorry. Can you expect, and I don't know if they're finding it offensive, a Cardi B or a Meg Thee Stallion to give you a Lauryn Hill? Like, I felt like with Lauryn Hill, because it felt so from the gut and so real, it's an energy. You could feel authenticity. Like, I feel that too, like with the SZA Control album. Like, you could feel the authenticity through that album. Or Summer Walker. Or like certain albums, you could feel the realism in it. So it's gonna be hard to find another Lauryn Hill. Like, I don't know if she was going through something when she made that album, or whatever the case may be. And it's hard to be like, Lauryn Hill was really her. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like sometimes with these industries, they try to like find, like, they probably will see somebody who look like Lauryn Hill and can rap. Like, let's say for instance, I listened to Lauryn Hill growing up and I was like, I want to rap just like her. Cause I like this album. I like this. But is that really who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that who you are? Or are you just like Lauryn Hill album and you feel like that's what you want to be? And to really pull off something like a Lauryn Hill, you have to really be about that life. That's something so hard to pull off. All the shit you gotta be about that life. Like, you know, if you talk about popping pussy, I mean, you can talk about popping pussy and not really pop your pussy though. That's the thing. That's why that genre is so easy. Or you can talk about scamming and not really scam these days. But you can't be a Lauryn Hill, like, and try to pull that off. You just can't. It's certain things you just can't pull off. I'm sorry. And I feel like it's so rare to find somebody like her. Like, you'll never get another Lauryn Hill. Also, do I think a Lauryn Hill will work in 2021, 2022? I don't think it would. I think you could get her music. Her music could work, but not her. I don't think her aesthetic could work. Not today. Maybe, you know what? Maybe though, because we are in a woke era. But I feel like, when did the Lauryn Hill album come out? Let me be correct in my saying, because I feel like around that time things were so different back then. It just says Lauryn Hill album drop. Well, it says Lauryn Hill albums that came out in 98. Okay, that makes mad sense. So I feel like around that time, number one, like I said, like I feel like Nicki made hip hop so mainstream around 98, and like even early 2000s. If you liked hip hop, you liked hip hop. Like, hip hop had its own fan base. It wasn't like this mainstream thing. So I feel like you could really be whoever you want, because you didn't have to try to be for the masses. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like in 1998 and early 2000s, even the 90s, 80s, you didn't have to try to fit the masses. All you had to do was be hip hop. That was it. Because that was the only people who liked you, was people who like rap music. That was it. Hip hop, R&B, people maybe liked you. Like, if that's what they like it. Now today, somebody who likes Ariana Grande might like the Migos. They might like NBA Youngboy. Like, it's really getting to that point. Shit, a person who like Taylor Swift might also listen to fucking Pooh Shiesty. Like, it's really getting to that point. Like which is cool. But that just goes to show, this is why I feel like it would be hard to push a Lauryn Hill right now, right? Because I feel like you got to do the most. Just like now, these female rappers is dancing on stage, my nigga, like straight up dancing. Like, you wasn't getting that back in the day. Like, I remember when Nicki Minaj used to do like dancing on stage, we would be like, or any rapper, like female rapper would start dancing on stage, we would be like, oh my gosh, look, she's dancing. Like, it was like this shocking thing, like, okay, she could dance. Or we'd be like, why the fuck is this bitch dancing? Y'all don't remember that? Like, you would rarely see a female rapper dancing. Like, you don't see male rappers on stage dancing. Like, rap is just usually something that doesn't come with dancing. So now the reason why I feel like these female rappers got to do that is because they have to be mainstream. They got to make sure they got their shit on TikTok. They got to be extra and wear these extra ass outfits. Back there, you could be a female rapper throwing some jeans, some Timbs, like, just be that girl. You could throw on heels and all that, but you was given an aesthetic. Like, now they got to be extra dolled up. Bitches got to dance. Bitches got, they whole stage presence has to have a theme. Like, it's too much. Like, it was never like that. But they're doing that because you have to be mainstream. It's gonna be very hard. Like, if you become a Lauryn Hill today, you must have been, like, you must have dropped a hit. Like, you must have, like, like, I feel like there can be a Lauryn Hill rapper, but she's not going to look like Lauryn Hill. And I'm not talking about looks-wise. I'm talking about her aesthetic is not going to be Lauryn Hill. Like, it's going to be virtually impossible. Like, right today, it's going to be hard as fuck. It's going to be hard. If you can pull off being a Lauryn Hill today in music, you better drop a hit. Like, I don't even know. Like, it has to be a hit. The lyrics got to be on point. The beat got to be on point. The hook got to be on point. Like, you have to compensate with the music. Because I feel like, unfortunately, yeah, they looking for a certain girl. You, like, And it's annoying as fuck. You gotta have the fake body. You gotta have the extra nails. You gotta have the lashes. You gotta, like, you have to. You gotta dress weird. Like, I don't know why we love that, but that's what we love. If you do, because I feel like, for instance, SZA, she doesn't really dress, like, Fashion Nova-y. Like, she has, like, this certain, like, aura, but she kind of, like, she does it in such a way where she, like, has this, like, you know, like a Janae Aiko energy, but she still incorporates up-to-date fashion with it. Does that make sense? Like, she does, like, she has her own style. Like, she really has her own style. Like, but it works. Like, we like it. Like, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. But I feel like a lot of times too, we ask for these rap music, like that's all these female rappers talk about. And it's like, cause that's what the fuck y'all listen to. But I do think though, I really do think that a Lauryn Hill type music could work today, because everybody's dealing with heartbreak. Everybody is trying to fit into a box. I feel like it could work, but you gotta find the right artist. You not even find the right artist. You just gotta find somebody who's dead ass. Like, that type of music, that type of feel, that type of energy is not to be faked. It can't be faked. Like, you gotta, you can't, certain shit you just can't fake. Like, you can't fake it. But I do think that music could work today, but I just don't know if the Lauryn Hill aesthetic could work. And that could be, when I say her aesthetic, because I want to be clear, because locks work, and that's why I love y'all know who I'm talking about, Chloe and Hailey. That's why I love them so much, because it's like, I feel like they make, like, natural hair and locks look sexy, and they still, like, mad cool and hip, and we love their music. So it's not the hair, it's just I feel like back then, it's just like back then you could wear a little minimal makeup and just, it was like dope. Like, I don't know if y'all seen the episode when I talked about colorism. I feel like back then you could just wear your relaxed hair with no pieces in it, and it was, I'm saying that simplicity is not, I don't think it'll work today. I really don't. I feel like if you do it, every time you do something that's very out of the box, it has to come with something extra. Like, if you say if you decide you don't want to wear makeup and you want to dress mad chill, you gotta come with an aura where you like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, I just do me. Like, you gotta have a certain persona with it in order for it to work. Like, no, this is just me. Like, why I gotta like I feel like you gotta talk about it all the time. Like, for instance, Lizzo is plus size. I feel like she kind of always gotta show her body and show that she's body positive. And like, if you want to be like, that's a really good example actually. Like, if you want to be in this industry and you want to be plus size, you gotta own in on your plus sizeism. Like, maybe I'm just big, bitch, and I like to eat food. Like, why I gotta tell y'all I like being big? Why do I have to express that? Why I can't just be big? You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Lizzo has to show her body and has to be body positive, has to twerk and show her ass. Maybe to y'all, like, actually she doesn't. We don't need it. We didn't ask for it. For some of y'all, that's how y'all feel. But I feel like that is a part of a part of Lizzo's image. I really do. I feel like that's why she works. I'm telling you, like, you can't do shit and not have a realm of reason behind it no more as an artist. Like, if you gonna be a Lauryn Hill today, you gotta match the personality of it. Like, you can't just be a regular girl. Like, you can't just be chill. You can't just be like you got, like, if you decide you want to dress chill and wear minimal makeup, you gotta, like, talk about it every 5 minutes. Like, you gonna go in an interview and they gonna be like, in a world where, you know, contouring and heavy makeup and lashes is allowed, what makes you you? Like, and you gotta own in on it. Like, you gonna have to talk about it all the time. Talk about it in your music. Like, it's like, you just can't be just normalized. Like, so, I don't know. That's the only reason I don't feel like it could work. But I do feel like that type of music works because, you know, heartbreak, all that stuff is everyday shit. So, I don't know why it's so hard for them to make music like that. And I feel it's hard to be a Lauryn Hill. Like, that's why that album is so iconic. So That dragged out, but was a much needed conversation. What else? I wanted to talk about something while I was talking about that or whatever, about the like Lauryn Hill, the Lauryn Hill thing. I had something I had wanted to like bring up or whatever the case may be, but I don't know. I hope Nicki comes back. She's going through a lot. You know, she just had a kid. She just lost her dad. So she's just, you know, she going through it. Can Nicki work though? Like, I feel like people act like they like her, but then they don't really support the music. Like, you know what I'm saying? I support the music. I thought Queen, that album was very underrated. Very underrated. Very underrated. Like, that album, y'all better stop, honey. That album was serving the girls. For real, for real. Is Cardi B coming out with an album? Like, I feel like, I don't know what's going on with her. And she needs to relax with the Botox. I said what I said. Her face is looking strange. I hate that face. You know that new filter that they got that looks like plastic surgery? Yeah, that's what she's looking like out here. So let's be very, very, very careful. Oh, it was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, this is problematic. This is probably gonna be my last topic because it's gonna be long as hell. Dr. Umar Johnson on The Breakfast Club. Child, first of all, Dr. Umar Johnson is already mad problematic as fuck to me, but I really like the things he says. Like, it's really good to see somebody so black, you know, in the 2020s. And I feel like people always memify him, but a lot of stuff he says is real. And one of the top things I wanted to actually talk about was his discussion on he doesn't support interracial dating. I adore that. I really love that he doesn't support it. And one thing I like about Dr. Umar Johnson is that though we laugh at the shit he says, I know he's so dead ass. And I love that shit. And look, I'm here for love. Like, if you fall in love with whoever the fuck you want to fall in love with, as long as you loving and you love, honey. As long as there's a heart involved, you feel me? But I do support his ideologies though. I do. I would rather see a black person date a black person. I really would. I really, really would. I really, really would. Am I here for, you know, like I said, as long as you love somebody, child, you know, I'm happy. But I do get his stance on interracial dating. And one of the top things I always bring up too, my grandma, my mother, my father's mother. I remember when I was like single, I was like, honestly, I'm about to start dating white men because these black men, they stressing me out. But I say, boom, boom, boom. Now I'm with a whole African child. I went to the motherland. But my grandmother, she from the South. Well, she actually from Brooklyn. She grew up in Brooklyn. In some of the projects, hello. Now she lived down south. But I guess, I don't know what happened. You know, back then, racism is bad now, but racism was like rich. You know, back in the day. But anyway, she told me if I dated a white man or married a white man, she wasn't coming to my wedding. And she was so dead ass. And so and I just feel like I was shocked that she said that. Because I know my grandma Lingard, she just loves me. I call Grandma Lingard. Yes, I call my Grandma Lingard, and my other Grandma Nibs, because both of my grandmas are living. And when I say grandma, people get confused as to who I'm talking about. But I'm like, am I talking about my mom's mom, or I'm talking about my dad's mom? So I dead call my Grandma Lingard, or Grandma Nibs, or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, so I found that kind of like crazy that she would like, I'm thinking like, damn, like what if I really get a white man and my grandma and dad don't fuck with that? And she was telling me, I don't know if I'm telling too much of my family business, but they'll be fine. But so my aunt was there too in this conversation, my aunt Tangi. And I was like, Grandma, are you serious? You really want to come to my wedding? And my grandma, she got the sweetest southern accent voice. She was like, no, I won't. I don't support that. No, you marry a white man. I won't. I'm not. No. He was up to it. I was like, yo. And then my aunt was there just shaking her head like she dead serious. She was like, one time your uncle, I think was it Uncle Tony or Uncle Tyrone? Rest in peace, Uncle Tony. I don't remember which uncle she said it was. Oh, well, her son, it's her kid. But one of my uncles dated a white woman. Not a woman, a white girl, because he was young at the time. And she was like, her and my grandfather, rest in peace to him too, they literally sat him down and had a conversation with him about dating a white woman. And I'm dying because at this time it was like 20, that was the year my brother got married, actually. I don't remember what year that was. Was that 2018 or 2017? So this is around 2017, 2018. So it was just like baffling to like hear this. And like you hear these stories and TVs and television shows, but you don't expect your family members to be acting like that. So it'd be mad weird. And I'm just thinking like, yo, they really sat old boy down and told him like, yo, dating a white woman, that ain't right. That's mad funny to me and just shocking. Like, because our generation is so different and we're so acceptable to so many things. And we kind of like allow, certain things to go on. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought it was kind of cool that she was like that. At the same token, I was like, I kind of like that. But also, like, if I married out my race, I really would be a little upset if you didn't show up to the wedding. But, turns out I ended up staying within the race. You feel me? But I support that he doesn't like interracial dating because I feel like, one, I feel like I get nervous. And some of y'all might be saying I'm dragging it, but I do get nervous that the black race will become obsolete. We won't see. I feel like I get so nervous with interracial dating that I might be dragging it. Y'all might think I'm dragging it. I may never see a woman like me in 20, 30 years. That's like my complexion, my skin color. Like, I feel like if you see like a girl that's darker skin or brown skin, whatever term y'all want to use, it will be like, oh my God, look at her. Like, that's why I get nervous with the interracial dating. It's like, I want a whole black person to exist for years and years to come. Like, I want a whole black person, like a whole one. Like, and I know some people like, I am black. I do think mixed people are black and whatever they're mixed with. But I'm just saying, like, we need us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need that. I feel like it would but I feel like it would be such a small amount of us because like sometimes you could conceive a kid with two light-skinned people. It's rare, but it happens, and then the baby come out dark-skinned because your lineage, your grandmother was dark-skinned, Let's say I have a kid today, and she decided to date a white man, the baby come out light-skinned. That light-skinned baby might have a dark-skinned ass baby because of our lineage. So will we ever become fully obsolete? No, but I think it would be a rarity. It's just like Native Americans, like you rarely see them. Like, I don't want that type of thing to happen. So I'm kind of big on that. I also do feel like we be doing shit. And he made this point in one of his other interviews. It's like, white people, Italians, Asians, they dead will go up to their kids and tell their kids to this day, till 2021, you better not bring no black person in my house. But black people, because we so loving and caring, and it's one of the things that nobody ever wants to discuss, is that we're very caring, we're very forgiving. We won't say things like that. Like, you better not bring no white person in my house. You rarely hear people say stuff like that. That's why when my grandmother said it, it was like, okay, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you rarely ever hear us say, you better not bring no Spanish person in my house. You better not bring no Asian person in my house. You better not bring no Indian person in my house. The only person you can bring in this house better be black. Okay? Like, you rarely, I feel like, are black people out here saying that these days? I don't think so. And not only that, your child could bring in a white person home and the black family will just embrace the white person. While the black partner is scared to go to the white person's house, got to deal with the bullshit all the smart shit and the smart comments that they white family gotta say. But black people, we always want to be so accepting. Why we don't keep that same motherfucking energy? You get what I'm saying? Like, let's keep that same energy, boo. And then I know a lot of people saying, like, well, not a lot of people, but there's also the ideology, too, that interracial dating can help stop racism. And it's like, no, my nigga. Like me, whether I'm black or mixed, my nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Racism shouldn't be a thing. Like, stop saying that interracial mixed kids can stop racism. So y'all want to dead off the whole black race to stop racism? The fuck are we talking about right now? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, no, treat me like a fucking human being. Treat black people like human beings. We shouldn't have to make mixed kids to stop racism. Stop fucking being disrespectful to black people. That's just it. Like, we shouldn't have to diminish our race or culture, because I've heard that ideology too. And it's just like, what are we actually even talking about? So, yeah. I'm here for that. He called it the snow bunny syndrome. I kind of fuck with the idea of non-interracial dating. You know, I say if I have kids, you know, I wanted them to be very pro-black. You know, I put pictures in here with black people. I want them to be the type of person that I would want them to bring if it's a guy, a black woman home. If it's a woman, I would prefer she bring a black man in my house. Period. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And that's, and for y'all might think it's not right to say, but I'm saying what I'm saying. Because y'all parents be doing that shit too. Now, if they bring somebody in here that's not black, am I going to have respect? Obviously. And respect who they love and all that stuff. Will I be a little disappointed? Do I have a little bit of my grandma's blood in my spirit? Apparently I do. Yeah, I'll be a little hurt. So, I mean, as long as she brings somebody in here with some sense, and he brings a girl in here with some sense, or whatever, I'll be happy. But I do respect his idea on interracial dating. Problematic as fuck. Yes. And that was Britt Says, the podcast today. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, _Brittstagram. If you are streaming, make sure you leave a review, comment, and 5 stars. And what else do I have for you guys today? Just make sure you show love. Make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you sharing the link. Make sure you be like, oh my gosh, she's so funny. Oh my gosh, she made some good points today. And tell somebody. And yeah, I will see you guys